What is going on, YouTube family? I am on my way to the Annapolis area. I am going to be doing a review later on a brand new Hyundai Santa Fe Calligraphy, and so I figured I would at least show you guys what it's like to drive the Model 3 in the daytime. Our first video that we did was at night, and so just to stay in your fucking lane. So just to give you guys some perspective on that, this car it's a car. It just happens to be an electric car, but a lot of the things that it does are awesome. Like, if you notice, whenever I turn my turn signal on to make a lane change, I have it set to cancel automatically once I'm in that lane. So the cameras read that, and as you see here, the cameras also read all the traffic around you, which you can spin it around, you can zoom in. It does some pretty cool stuff. And there's all other sorts of things that it does, which we'll get into as well, probably in another video. But today, I'm just going to show you what it's like to drive it a little bit. The instant torque and instant acceleration, awesome, love it. The handling on this vehicle is very, very good too. And then of course it has the cameras as well for lane changes, which is also very nice and convenient. And even though everything is integrated into this screen, everything is really well labeled and sort of easy to get to. So I don't have any complaints. I mean, would I like a dedicated switch for my headlights? Sure. But you can always just tap that and that'll bring up your lighting controls as well. So it's very easy. I mean, what are you doing? You speeding up every time and you can't get over. So I don't know why you even keep doing that, but you'll figure it out eventually and relax. But is there anybody in front of this Highlander? Not for a little ways. Just show you guys how easy it is to get around people in this thing. Very quick car. And the meter there is showing you the regenerative braking, which is doing now, versus white being the acceleration. So there was an update that put it on this side. It used to be up at the top. But now also with the new update that this car got, which I love that about Tesla, like, you buy a car, it's a couple years old, and it still continues. It's like an iPhone. It just continues to get the updates. And so now at night, I do have adaptive headlights that swivel with the steering wheel, which it didn't do before, which I think is pretty cool. It's just crazy how they build these to have all the features and then just slowly update over time. And it doesn't cost anything. All you need to have is a Wi-Fi connection, and you'll be able to have any of the updates. I love the Google Earth map. I think that looks great as well. And like I said, getting around slower traffic in this car is just very, very easy. The roof is awesome. That's something my son really likes. And it does also have autopilot, so I just double click the gear selector down, and then I can control my speed here and the distance by moving this forward or backwards. So now it's set to 75. It'll do the steering for me. And if I get the full self-driving, I could also do things like turn the signal on and then it would get over for me. But I haven't paid for that yet. What I will do, because it's either an $8,000 permanent option, or you can do a think it's $99 a month subscription. So I'm gonna try it out for a month, see how I like it. And even still, I would only do a monthly basis subscription, because $8,000 for something that I would have to have for literally like 6 years, 6+ years, for it to not just make sense for me to do the subscription. And I typically don't keep cars that long. So, and again, this is also for Turo, and only reason I have it is because it just got back from a rental. So I'm going to take it down to Annapolis, check on a couple things business wise. I'm going to plug it up at a supercharger, and then I'm going to go and head to that Hyundai dealership. Hyundai Annapolis did move, guys, so they're no longer on West Street. They still have the lot, but they don't do business out of there anymore. They're now in Solomon's Island. So that's where you got to go in Annapolis if you're looking for a Hyundai. So that's where I'll be headed. But as you see, it does turns very well, and it does deep turns too. It doesn't just do, you know, like regular old lane tracing or lane keep assist. It does curves and everything, so it's, you know, it's very nice. But yeah, very comfortable on the highway. The car does have a recommended tire pressure of 42 psi, which is the highest I've seen in a passenger car, you know, sedan, like something this size. But I do believe it has to do with the fact that this is an EV, and for the best mileage and best range, they do all the calculations on what should be done and what shouldn't, and so they figured 42 for these tires and wheels. This is the 19-inch wheel setup, not the standard 18 Eco setup, so that also has something to do with it, I'm sure. Hop on in here, you sleeping. Jeez, that was an accident just now. You see that in the mirror? Can you see that? No, you can't. Somebody just got rear-ended really bad. That was an Acura ILX that got rear-ended. That looked like a really bad impact too. I hope those people are okay. I just hit 33,000 miles. And that's exactly why you can call me an asshole, you can say whatever you want for me cutting in further up the line. But right there where it bunches up like that, there's always trouble, always. And so I just refuse to be a part of it. So I go further down where there's more opportunity for me to get the fuck out the way if I need to. But that person was literally stuck. They had no choice but to sit there and get rear-ended like that. So it's really unfortunate. Are you literally just gonna try to cut this person off?
Look at this shit. Will you look at this shit?
You need to have your ass up my way by the time this Ultimate in front of you get to moving, because you already driving a Mirage.
Don't piss me off. You're in no position to piss me off.